Hey guys, I just showed this amazing property on Phinney Ridge. I'm going to drive you around so you can see a little bit of a neighborhood tour of what Phinney Ridge is like. We are really close to Green Lake. Green Lake is behind me right there. You can see it, you can walk to it. It's less than a mile away. And then over here is like the top of Phinney Ridge. That's the ridge itself. And that's where Woodland Park Zoo is. So this is a really nice walkable community. It does have steep hills though. Like you can see, look at this house. Lots of stairs going up, more stairs going down. And then this way, that's up a hill. This way, that's down a hill. So let's hop in the car and I'll just take you around Phinney Ridge so you can get an idea of what it is like. So you can see this is a straight down hill, pretty steep. We have a lot of steep hills and then these amazing older homes that I'm just gonna like choose the side of the road and let you see them so that you can get a feel for what some of the selection looks like. It's just like January, so people haven't taken down their stuff. This is a newer modern home. This is what I call infill property, where they knock down something old and small and they say, let's just build something new. Let's have maximum square footage. Let's have a garage. Let's fill the lot with our house. And we have a lot of that going on. That was probably done by the person who lives there, I would guess. But a lot of it is done by builders who are putting in townhouses or homes with a DADU in the backyard or something, what they can sell at a profit. So here's a little, I don't know what that is. Doesn't have a good sign. So now we're on the flat part. These are kind of, I call like the switchbacks when we have to go up a big hill. And then we have a flat street that lets us kind of in. Over there I see some raised garden beds. Seattle is a great climate for gardening, and with all of the interest in like eco and sustainability and green, we have a lot of people who really care about their gardens and try to do vegetable gardens or rain gardens or pollinator gardens. There's another, see that modern square home infill property, newer, and then like a beautifully painted Craftsman right next door. We're going up the hill toward the top of Phinney Ridge. Looks like some construction going on in that house. It's boarded up. I don't know if there was a fire or what happened there. Somebody passed me. I guess I wasn't going fast enough. So we're going up to the top here. Phinney Center is what that was called. Phinney Center parking. And this is Phinney Avenue. So this is kind of the main drag here, Business Road on top of the ridge. And I feel like, let's just look around. They've got this tower thing going on. I don't know which way I can go. Oops. There's a parking meter maid and a bicycle and a U-Haul. Maybe that tells the story. It's all the story you need. Over there you can see the mountains. And then here are some little shops. El Chupacabra, Taiku, and then more like apartments and condos, high-rise stuff here, or at least multi-story. There's the church. I feel like there was my cousin is a Lutheran pastor, and I feel like her church is Phinney Ridge Lutheran, which is around here somewhere, but I don't remember exactly where it is. Umpqua Bank. Smells like hamburgers right now. I don't need little cookies, I need some hamburgers. Deli Cafe, Ken's Market, So this would be like your sort of gourmet grocery store, slightly more expensive than probably the main brands. Pie Bar Pizzeria, the 74th Street Ale House, Yanni's Greek Cuisine. Oh, there's Phinney Ridge. Lutheran. Okay. CrossFit, Sip and Ship, Greenwood Cleaners, recording studio, you can see there's a pride flag on this church, Methodist church. That's very common here in Seattle. Like a lot of churches are very welcoming to LGBTQ. Here's 80th. There's the Taco Del Mar, Phinney Ridge Cabinet Company. Gosh, guys, I'm sorry it's so dark. It's 4:30 in the afternoon and it's already getting dark because we're in almost the shortest time of the year, shortest day. Yeah. On another video, I said the wrong thing, short night, long day or something, which was wrong and somebody corrected me in the comments. So anyway, we're near the winter solstice. So you can kind of see where we are on the map. We're at 80th, which is kind of the northern edge of Green Lake, and the zoo is behind us to the south. We just came down the main drag, but I'm gonna go up over here this way, west and south, so you can see what's going on. There's a little dance studio. St. John's School. And parish, I think that's Catholic. Here's another school. Greenwood Elementary. I love a lot of these older, like, I don't know if they're from the 60s or before, but a lot of these older Seattle school buildings, it must be before the 60s, they wouldn't build them that nice in the 60s, are just beautiful, like brick and columns. I don't know if it's a colonial style or what, but it's very cool looking, and it just seems like it would make you feel smart to go to school there. More Christmas lights. I do like to see the Christmas lights up, even though it's past Christmas. It's still kind of fun and festive, and here as it gets dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you can enjoy it. We're crossing 78th and we're on 3rd Avenue. Northwest, I believe. So this is a little bit of a main drag with the speed bumps here to kind of slow us down. And you can see like that's a flat top building, which is very unusual for this area unless it's like a modern one. But a lot of those do not do well with rain. Sometimes these Spanish styles or adobe kind of architectural stuff is not a good match for rain. That's more for the summertime weather, which is dry Mediterranean weather. It's 25 miles per hour here. And you can see like not every house is super big, not every house is super nice. So these houses are gonna be smaller generally, like just not as fancy, because if you had the money you would have been on the view side. But it's still a good neighborhood. It's still great location, close to restaurants, sidewalks, walkability, good schools, all of that, just not the view. And frankly, the view that we're getting now is the best it's gonna be because we just had sunset. So I had some beautiful sunset views. And then these trees are without leaf because it's winter. But in the summer, this is gonna look very different because a lot of the trees will be blocking a lot of the views. And there's a new infill property, much wider on the side of the street. Did you see the lot size, the width of the lot? The base of the house was a lot larger, so you don't have to go up as many stories, or you can get more square footage. This is Greenwood Avenue, which turns into Phinney Avenue over here. Greenwood is more associated with the Ballard area. They have the Taproot Theater over there, which is really a small, intimate theater. My son went there for like his high school class has this thing where they kind of go out to a fancy event. It's like a substitute for prom. And so they went there to the Taproot Theater, and we had a great time, but it's so hard to get parking in that area that I think it's at 85th, anyway, just a few blocks south. So sometimes these areas with all these little pubs and everything, they look cute and they're great if you can walk there, but if you have to drive, it can be a real challenge to get parking. So that's something to think about too as you're looking at different neighborhoods, especially in the more like city of Seattle itself. Just to be aware of what your car, parking, bus, biking situation is. There's another couple of bikers. These might be bicycle commuters that we're seeing. There's the Phinney Center. That was where we were before, kind of when we first got onto this road. So now we're just going in the other direction. So you can see the shops, you could see the parking on the side. Sometimes it's free, sometimes it's paid, sometimes it's limited to 2 hours, sometimes it's limited to people who have sort of a license to park there because they live there. But a lot of the new construction townhomes and things like that, a lot of the new construction townhomes are made with a finite amount of parking. You might get a garage space, you might get an outdoor parking space, you might get no parking space at all. I think about 20% of the condos have 0 parking spaces at all. And if you see like 8 or 10 condos and 1 or 2 of them have like a price point of $80,000 less than the other ones, check and see if they have a parking spot, because they might come with 0 parking and you're just going to be reliant on the bus or walking or biking or whatever, but there's not going to be a spot for your car. The good thing about a lot of these car spaces is that they will have, the new construction will have electric vehicle charging. So they're, again, you know, trying to move in the green direction, trying to encourage the electric vehicles and build the infrastructure for that. So that's very common to see that. Sully's Snow Goose Saloon. You can see on the map, we're getting close to the zoo area now. Zeke's Pizza. At Christmas in the past, they've had like a lot of lighted up animal shapes, like little cutouts along here as you get closer to the zoo. This is a park outside of the zoo. This is where Woodland Zoo is, but they have, it's called Zoo Lights. And so to attract people to the zoo in the winter, they put up all of these different lights that are, you know, they're not Christmas themed, they're animal themed, but the idea is it's a light garden show. And this is where the zoo is. There's St. John United Lutheran Church. So this is where you would come if you were going to the zoo, you know, driving here from somewhere else, part of town. You would come, I'm driving toward the kind of the freeway area, driving south. We'll head kind of toward Green Lake, but this is probably the road you would come on, and that's where you would enter the zoo parking. And you can see some of the banners for the zoo here. So that's great. I'm pretty much gonna wrap this up at the next opportunity, but just wanted to give you an idea of the neighborhood and some of the places that you could be walking around here. Thanks so much for joining me on this little driving tour of Phinney Ridge. I hope you had a great time and you're getting a feel for some of these Seattle neighborhoods. Phinney Ridge here by Woodland Park Zoo, by Green Lake, up on the hill with the views is just very well regarded, very safe, expensive, clean, but very nice. A lot of older homes to choose from. So if you think this might be right for you, let me know. If you think it's not right for you and you want to check out other neighborhoods, let me know. These folks are relocating from out of state. So we got to do these video tours, not just of the house, but also of the neighborhood to help them know kind of like what they're getting themselves into. Is this what they want? Is this what they're excited about? If you want to come to town and look, we can absolutely do that. But I try to help, you know, save you some money from flying back and forth for homes that don't pan out by doing some really thorough investigative work to show you, just like you were here, what you would see. I pan the house, you know, this is cracked, this smells bad, whatever it is, so that you know what it's like, and not just those Photoshop pictures that you see online, right? Let's get together and talk. You can reach out to me in the comments. You can set up an appointment to Zoom with me. Obviously, I'm a real estate agent. I would love to work with you. I specialize in helping buyers relocating to the area. And if you want to get on my calendar, just click the link in the comments. And otherwise, I will see you on the next video.